The fuck?
Talk! No! Jutsu!
The fuck? Just we're starting, I guess.
It's here. It's finally time. We've been talking about it for aeons. Well, it's really only been like 2 years. Maybe 1.5. But it's finally here. Ninja versus Samurai.
You guys know the issue of the J.J. Abrams mystery box where the build-up is much better than the actual payoff?
We keep mentioning this video like we're gonna do something, and the thing is, I'm not sure how this video would have actually worked the way we were originally considering it, because it's been so long that we genuinely don't remember what we were thinking when we put it on the list.
And I can genuinely grab maybe one anime of each.
I know a couple.
And neither of them really...
Well, there are a lot of anime that have samurai in them. Like,
there are
a
a fair
lot.
number of ninja anime as well.
Yeah. So there's a lot, like, for example, I mean, I would say Naruto is the big ninja one, but there's also shows like Nabari no
Fina Pirate Princess has Naruto's. Yeah, they have Naruto's in it.
They have
Ninjas.
Narutos.
Ninjas. They have ninjas in it.
Yeah, and then there's always a samurai character in any historically set Japanese
They
show.
have ninjas that are called samurai. Otherwise, I'd honestly be pulling more from video games and pop culture.
Let's see, in terms of ninja anime, right, there's... Oh, holy shit, what the fuck? God damn it, Google, you have let me down. Samurai Deeper Kyo has both samurais and ninjas. Sengoku Basara, Katana Gatari, Nabari no O, which I knew, Flame of Rekka. So there's a fair amount of shows. Like we said, anything historically set in a Japanese setting will have samurai. It might not have ninjas, but it'll always have samurai. You know, there are always men... Oh, Rurouni Kenshin. Fuck you, Rurouni Kenshin.
I've actually never seen Rurouni Kenshin.
Okay, but Rurouni Kenshin is samurai anime. It is, it's samurai in the Meiji Restoration, right? Like when swords started to be banned for normal citizens and only the... What's the police called?
Shinsengumi?
The Shinsengumi could carry them. Yeah, that one.
Don't ask why I know that.
Technically, I would have thought of it eventually, but I had to cycle through like 13 different names in my head trying to figure out the right one. We've both studied too much Japanese history.
I don't know if studied is the right way of saying that.
Consumed.
More or less, I guess, if that's what you want to call fate, playing too much Fate.
But I mean, the thing, right, with ninja and samurai is that they're both essentially tropes that appear mostly in Asian TV, anime, movies, although occasionally you do see samurai and ninjas in Western media, but it's pretty rare.
And usually not very good.
And usually very inaccurate. So ninjas are supposed to be more of the stealth type, you know? You special techniques, shuriken, kunai, senbon, you know?
Which is why Naruto gives them magic.
Which is why Naruto gives them magic, yeah. Yeah. But they still have shuriken and senbon
how often
and
do they
kunai.
actually use those in a technical
Depends
way to
on the
fight?
character. So the way it works in Naruto is characters specialize in like a particular either type of jutsu, or there are some characters like Genma specializes in senbon, so he fights using the needles. And Tenten, who you haven't met, but you will soon because you will see her in the tuning exams, she's a weapons mistress. She doesn't use jutsu. She uses weapons exclusively.
I almost feel like I'd be more interested in Naruto if the entire thing were ninjas fighting each other, but they're playing more technical, like they have to figure out what weapon they're using and how they're trying to use it and what their tricks are with this weapon.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. And then you have, you know, there are, like, Samurai Deeper Kyo has samurai. Rurouni Kenshin has samurai. Anything with Oda Nobunaga has samurai.
Demon Slayer is going for a samurai aesthetic a little bit.
Yeah, and they're kind of hitting an almost, like, it's not quite Meiji, right? Isn't it Taisho?
I think so.
I think it's like set in the Taisho period, but that's right before Meiji. So you've got also the police force and the police uniforms that look a little bit closer to like Japanese male school uniforms with haori over them. And then, so samurai are basically the brave frontline fighters with swords that proclaim themselves under banners.
And then all get killed on the beach by some Mongols.
Yes, those ones. Which means that ninja are superior. Naruto is better. End of story.
But samurai are cooler.
But ninja are better.
But samurai inspired Jedi.
But ninja-inspired assassins. I know that is categorically untrue.
That is very categorically untrue.
I am very
In fact,
aware.
that might be the other way around.
Not specifically. It's probably true that ninja developed separately, because the word assassin derives from Hassan, Hasashin, which is a Middle Eastern word. But it's likely that ninjas developed separately. That stuff like that does happen, in different parts of the world. Silent killers are always useful to men in power, as opposed to loud killers like samurai. Give it up. Ninjas are better.
I mean, I can't.
Ninjas are better! They're so much better!
But samurai fights are so much more dynamic.
Oh my god, no! Ninja fights are way better!
I told you this is what this episode would devolve into.
There's ninjas in Slime Isekai.
I remember them, and I always don't care for their fighting. I actually prefer the one that's just a straight sword fighter in that one.
Look. Look, fucking Gintama has ninjas too.
I watched one episode of Gintama with you, and then we both turned it off.
Gintama.
And they also have samurai. They have the Shinsengumi in there, which are more or less just that era's samurai with guns.
Yeah, because Gintama's set in a weird postmodern futuristic past. Shinsengumi with aliens.
Hijikata
Japan.
and Okita are literally in Gintama.
Yeah, it's weird. It's fucking weird. Let's see. There are quite a lot of samurai anime. I know, though, because you have, obviously Rurouni Kenshin's, a big one. You've got Blade of the Immortal, Sword of the Stranger, lots of swords. Hyoge Mono, Kurozuka, Samurai 7, Brave 10, House of Five Leaves, which I've heard of. Sengoku Basara, that's the Samurai Kings one. That's pretty interesting, to be honest. They took samurai swordsmanship and then added superpowers.
Okay, but that happens everywhere at this point.
It's the Naruto
Yeah.
of samurai shows.
My favorite depictions of samurais actually tend to be what Demon Slayer uses, where it's the sword swings might have some floof to them, but it's mostly metaphorical.
Yeah, I mean, my personal favorite samurai anime is Rurouni Kenshin, because Rurouni Kenshin is just a great fucking story.
I feel like I need to watch it or read it.
You know what? I might show you the first episode or two one of these days, because I think you would actually greatly enjoy it. It is genuinely really fucking good, and it is, in my mind, an example of when one has to take the art and the artist and separate them.
Oh, yeah, no.
We're not talking about Rurouni Kenshin being good in any relation to the author, and we don't give two shits about the author at this point.
If I pirate it, if I read it, I'm probably gonna pirate it.
Yeah, but the manga itself and the show are genuinely good. They are a good piece of writing. And it tells a great story, honestly, about the Shinsengumi and kind of the death of the samurai in Japan and that kind of thing. And honestly, Naruto... One of the things about Naruto, right, is that when they talk about the different eras of the ninja, right, and the different ninja wars, so, OG Naruto characters, back when Madara and Tobirama and, the 100 years ago, right, in canon, that was more like samurai. They didn't fight with, kunai and shuriken. They fought with, swords and halberds and gunbais, right? Face to face across a battlefield in a giant battle. They were basically samurai, full armor. And then they developed these villages and they got sneaky about shit. And then there was an era where with Kakashi with silent child killers where they were actually just assassinating people in the night with literal assassin techniques. And then you get to Naruto. Bright orange jumpsuits, pink hair.
Using magic.
Yeah.
That is my biggest problem with Naruto, is that it's just magic.
Honestly, they made a Boruto, which is just more magic, but I would have been here from Madara, Tobirama, Hashirama, Izuna, samurai-esque, great battle and the founding of the village spin-off, and then maybe a second shinobi war, actual silent killers rather than epic jutsu spin-off, rather than fucking Boruto.
Honestly, you could legitimately just switch all of Naruto's terms to be the generic chi and Asian magic terms,
Yeah,
and it wouldn't really change much.
you don't have to. It's called chakra. As in your chakras.
They do it for us.
You don't even have to change it to ki. It's literally your chakra.
It's like every bullshit martial arts film out there.
Yeah, they're like you can cycle your chakra in your body to strengthen your muscles. You know, and you can use it to increase your lung capacity and run on water and walk up trees and jump really, really high. It's... So, in conclusion, ninjas are better, samurai suck, go watch Rurouni Kenshin because it's the best.
Ninjas are dishonorable.
Ninjas are better than samurai.
But they're dishonorable.
Look, I would rather be killed quietly in my sleep than die from an infected gut wound 2 weeks later.
If you have a gut wound like that, you're going to die on the spot. You might as well at that point stab yourself and go out.
No, because you can survive for it to be infected, and you won't notice at first, and then you die in pain, oozing pus, shitting yourself.
But at least you went out honorably.
I would rather be stabbed in the back.
I mean, you can go out that way too as a samurai.
Yeah, but it's dishonorable.
Now those Ronin fucks don't know what they're doing.
Y'all about to start a war up in here. No. Ninjas are better, samurai suck, go watch Rurouni Kenshin because Rurouni Kenshin is the best.